Iowa, Penn State, minutes away now.
Penn State wins it. We get to go to Wisconsin and have some kielbasa.
We need to pump Penn State up, get them ready for this game. I think it's going to be a close game. Iowa will play hard, but I'm telling you, Penn State, Zach Mills throwing wins the game.
All right, it's the Big Ten Conference opener for a couple of teams, Iowa and Penn State, the beginning of a frantic, fantastic, frenetic pilgrimage to pay dirt for one of these teams on the season. Penn State trying to exorcise and expunge its demons from last year's nightmare, and it starts today against the Hawkeyes. The kickoff coming up next. Cloudy skies above here at Beaver Stadium, which is expected to swell to over 108,000 people today. It's the hottest ticket in town, the conference opener between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Kirk Ferentz, the fourth-year head coach, done a wonderful job at resurrecting the program. 1-10 his first season, 3-9 in 2000. They went 7-5 last year. And still building. Meanwhile, Joe Paterno, the incomparable, venerable head coach of Penn State, 53rd year on the Penn State staff, the #1 coach winning-wise in Division I-A college football. Banks with time, wide open to tight end Dallas Clark with a first down to the 42-yard line. Sets up a 3rd down and 3. This is the 9th play of the drive. They've run it 6 times, passed it twice. Banks in the flat, complete. That's Brown with room. Brown knocked it out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for the Hawkeyes. Brown and Jones split to the bottom of your screen. Banks rolls their way. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. Jones on the catch. And an incredibly effective and good-looking opening drive for Iowa. 1st down and 10 for Zach Mills, who is sacked back at the 11-yard line by number 48, Howard Hodges. On his career, he's made 15 of 19 between 40 and 49 yards. And he nails this one to give the Hawkeyes a 10-point advantage. He's now made 12 straight dating back to last year. That one coming from 47 yards out. Iowa racking up some points early when we come back. 1st and 10. Mills to pass. Johnson brought down immediately in a fumble. The Hawkeyes have the ball. In the red zone at the 17. 2nd down and 12. Russell. Look at him scoot. Russell. Touchdown, Iowa. The Hawkeyes came to play today. 20 yards into the end zone. Split back. Beside the quarterback, and here he comes on the reverse. He's looking to throw it, and he is rocked. Back at the 37-yard line by Kevin Worthy.
You knew they had a reverse pass in there with Michael Robinson.
First time they've looked to do that this year. Mills downfield, and it's picked off by the Hawkeyes. Derek Pagel. 3rd down and 9. Penn State blitzing into the end zone for Hinkle. Touchdown! He caught it. And it's blocked. Derek Walker got penetration for the Nittany Lions. You could almost see that one coming because on the 2 previous extra points, they weren't pretty going through the extra point, through the uprights. One more look at the touchdown catch by Hinkle. Not the most physically imposing player or athlete, but good enough for 6 there. We'll be right back. Nittany Lions with the ball at the 28-yard line. Mills looking at the out and up pattern, has Johnson. What a catch! Touchdown, Penn State.
Which Penn State will see again next week when they play the Badgers.
1st and 10, Banks back to pass. Has Clark. Clark still on his feet and finally brought down to the 37-yard line. And now Iowa's thinking about perhaps a field goal. Nate Kading in to attempt a field goal from 55 yards out. Plenty of leg on this. It's good! 13 consecutive field goals for Kading, and that's a career long. And what a play to take into the locker room for Kirk Ferentz, the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes. McHugh and Larry Johnson out of the eye. Larry Johnson. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. It's blocked. And a chance maybe for the score off the extra point. It's DJ Johnson. No flags on the play. Derek Pagel came in and blocked it. Third and 4 for Iowa. Complete for the first down. Brown still on his feet. Nobody between him and the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. 54 yards for the score. Second down and 6. Backs out of the eye. Incomplete and picked off. Second down and 18. Mills. Picked off. And this is coming back to the 1-yard line. Jay Johnson. Banks hands it off to Russell. And it's on the ground. Penn State saying they have it. Still waiting for the official signal, and now it comes. Nittany Lions get it right back. One play later.
You know exactly what Kirk Ferentz is thinking. Having that's enough negatives to bring that football team back to reality.
Here's the screen pass to Johnson. Got a good block on the kick out. Johnson, touchdown, Penn State. Mills, touchdown! 44 yards. And the Nittany Lions are going to fake it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Chris Gantner. Fran Gantner's son running it in. And the Nittany Lions are a mere touchdown away. First and goal for Zach Mills and the Nittany Lion offense. The fade. Oh, touchdown! Brian Johnson!
Now you think about the block extra point Iowa had early in the football game. Do not take anything for granted right here, the way this football game has gone. So 2 points. Penn State's ahead if they would have made that extra point earlier, but also look right now for Derek Pagel again on this field goal block.
Chris Gantner ran in the other one for 2 points, but we are tied. First and 15. Penn State coming with a blitz. Complete. At the 19-yard line to Maurice Brown. Cervantes and Russell out of the eye. There's the jailbreak screen. Brown. And now Jones down to the 8-yard line. Banks, touchdown, Jones. Mike Robinson in the ball game. They fake it to him. And a great open field tackle that time on Casey Williams. Number 20, Antoine Allen,
Michael Robinson in the backfield. They have thrown the football to Michael Robinson out of the backfield.
Mills looks the other way. Incomplete. That's the ball game. The Hawkeyes storm into Happy Valley and steal one from the Nittany Lions in overtime. They withstood an incredible 23-point comeback by Penn State to hang on. And they've now won 3 consecutive times, 4 out of 5 against Penn State.
Give credit to both football teams. Iowa dominated action through 3 quarters of this game, but also Penn State in the character to come back and get this football game into overtime. Penn State, as disappointed as they are, they will live for next week to go to Wisconsin.
Let's go to Holly Rose with Kirk Ferentz.
Coach, you grew up wearing a Nittany Lion jersey, but you're all Hawkeye today. What are your thoughts on this overtime win?
I really didn't have a jersey, but I did live in this part and admired their program. I'm just so proud of our players, our coaches, and a great effort.
I thought that the composure of your young quarterback, he's not young, but this is a pressure-filled situation. His composure and your offensive line outstanding.
You know, he had a tough outing 2 weeks ago on national TV, and I thought he really bounced back. Just so proud of him. He's a resilient young man, a lot like our football players. We got a lot of great kids on our team.
It reminded me of an old-fashioned Big Ten game. You came in here and hit Penn State in the mouth.
Well, we've tried to sell our players on being physical. I think they've bought into that the last couple of years. We're very proud of the work they've done. They like to play the game the way it should be played.
All right, let me sneak in Brad
I
Banks.
got to say hi to my parents and my high school coach who are in Pittsburgh, okay? They couldn't make it because of health reasons. I just got to say hello to them. I'm sorry.
All right, no, well deserved. And Brad Banks, Brad, you had a tough outing, Coach said 2 weeks ago, but your first Big Ten start, what were your thoughts under pressure?
Well, I wasn't thinking about under pressure. I just wanted to come out doing the little things, making sure I was focused and just doing details, really.
It looked interesting on the sideline. I never saw you get too high or too low, even after your first interceptions of the year. How did you maintain that composure?
Maintain composure, that's it. And just come out and play and, you know, make like the score was 0-0. So we came out and did it.
Well, your first Big Ten game and you get a win at Penn State. Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
Thanks very much, Brad Banks.
Hey, Ma.
Back to you guys.
Let's take one more look at that last play that ended the game.
Mark, on the play right here, they are going to try to set up the screen to Larry Johnson, but it never materializes. It's a play they had success with. You see Larry Johnson right there. They get out of sync, and you see it's obvious which coach won this football game. Big, big win for Iowa coming in here like 2 years ago.
Meanwhile, on the other sideline, Joe Paterno suffering his first loss of the season as they fall to 3-1 on the year. Brad Banks, the quarterback, leading his team back in overtime. The final score 42-35. Yeah, they'll be doing the hokey pokey tonight in Iowa City. That's their tradition. Final score 42-35, Iowa over Penn State. For Bob Davie and Holly Rowe, I'm Mark Jones. Chris Fowler. Pressure's nothing but something you put in tires, right?
Penn State loses the conference opener, now has to regroup, and history says you lose an overtime game, the next week you feel an after effect, much less when it's in Madison against the Badgers.
But Chris, this is a perfect example of what we talked about in game day about the college overtime rule. If this would have been in the NFL, Penn State would have never got an opportunity because Iowa went down and scored, but at least Penn State, Kirk, got a chance to win the ball game. Iowa deserved to win the football game. It was a great win for them. 3 in a row against Joe Paterno, almost unheard of.
2 things that stood out to me in this game. Number one, great job by Penn State to get all the way back into this game when it looked like they didn't have a chance to compete, so they showed a lot of heart. But give credit to Iowa. This was not a fluke. This was not where Penn State didn't show up. Iowa came to play, and they're a much more athletic team at wide receiver. We keep talking about Penn State, but how about Iowa with C.J. Jones, Maurice Brown, Ed Hinkle, Brad Banks, Fred Russell in the backfield? This team can run. And I don't think this was a fluke at all. They're going to score a lot of points this year.